Are you or someone you care about struggling with renewing a disabled parking placard in Colorado? Stay tuned because this explainer will guide you through every step of the process with ease and confidence. Welcome in, everyone. Today, we're focusing on a truly crucial tool for accessibility, the disabled parking placard. For folks with mobility impairments, this really isn't just some piece of plastic hanging from a mirror. It's a vital, everyday resource that ensures safe and manageable access to the grocery store, medical appointments, and just daily life in general. But let's be honest, navigating the whole renewal process can sometimes feel like you're stuck in a maze of paperwork and rigid deadlines. Knowing exactly how to renew it, though, the benefits are absolutely huge. You save yourself a ton of time, you keep your parking privileges completely uninterrupted, and most importantly, you avoid some incredibly steep fines. So let's dive right into this explainer and totally demystify all that DMV paperwork so you can get renewed on time without breaking a sweat. Whether you're managing this process for yourself, maybe a family member, or even a patient of yours, understanding the exact rules of the road here in Colorado is going to make your life significantly easier. Here is our quick roadmap for today. We'll be covering 1. Eligibility and medical criteria. 2. The 9-year renewal cycle. 3. A step-by-step renewal guide. 4. County rules and resources. 5. Frequently asked questions. And 6. Final tips and disclaimer. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, eligibility and medical criteria. The absolute foundation of this entire process revolves around one specific document, Form DR2219. The crucial thing to understand here is that this form is what officially connects your physical impairment to objective clinical indicators that the state actually recognizes. You can't just tell the DMV, hey, I have a hard time walking. It doesn't work that way. You need a licensed physician, an advanced practice nurse, or a commissioned medical officer to legally certify it under penalty of perjury. This form is literally the bedrock of your application. So what exactly is a healthcare professional looking for when they evaluate you for this form? Well, they're checking for specific, severe limitations. For instance, can you walk 200 feet without having to stop and rest? Do you rely on a cane, a wheelchair, or maybe even another person just to get around? They're also looking closely at invisible disabilities. We're talking about severe respiratory conditions, where your forced expiratory volume is drastically reduced, the required use of portable oxygen, or cardiac conditions that the American Heart Association classifies as Class 3 or IV. It's a highly comprehensive list, and it's designed that way to prevent program dilution, all while protecting the folks who genuinely have severe arthritic, neurological, or orthopedic conditions. Moving right along to Section 2, the 9-year renewal cycle. Now, the timeline here is actually pretty fascinating, and it's where a lot of people get tripped up. Here's how it works for the permanent blue placard, which, by the way, is issued for lifelong, irreversible conditions. The physical placard is valid for 3 years. When year 3 rolls around, you'll get a notice in the mail. And the best part? You can just sign the bottom of it to self-certify that your condition hasn't changed. Boom, you're done. You do the exact same easy process at year 6. But when year 9 hits, that self-certification privilege goes away. You absolutely must undergo a complete clinical reevaluation and submit a brand new Form DR2219 signed by a doctor. This whole administrative audit cycle is exactly how Colorado maintains the integrity of its database and clears out unused credentials. But wait, what if you don't have the permanent blue one? If you're holding a temporary red placard or an extended placard, the rules completely change. You are going to need fresh medical authorization every single time you renew. Temporary placards are valid for up to 90 days, and extended ones are for conditions expected to last up to 30 months. Because the state assumes these conditions will eventually improve or resolve, there is zero self-certification allowed. You've got to see your healthcare provider for a new clinical sign-off for every renewal. Let's jump into Section 3. Our step-by-step renewal guide. Making this actionable is actually super simple. Step 1, just check your placard's expiration date. By doing that, you can instantly figure out if you're in a year where you can just self-certify online or if you need to actually schedule a doctor's appointment. If you do need that medical certification, don't wait, schedule it right away. And here's a great tip. Colorado actually accepts telehealth evaluations through services like Parking MD or Handicap MD. You can literally have a licensed clinician evaluate your functional mobility over a quick video visit, and they'll email you the signed forms within 24 to 48 hours. It's incredibly convenient. Once your DR2119 is signed, you just submit it along with your secure verifiable ID. You can easily do the whole shebang online at mydmv.colorado.gov, drop it in the mail, or take it directly to a county office. Up next, Section 4, County Rules and Resources. This is where it gets kind of neat because local counties handle things a bit differently to speed up the process. For instance, Jefferson County offers a curbside service at its Golden office. You don't even have to walk into the building. You just park in a labeled space and they come right out to you, though you do need to pre-schedule that one. Boulder County is awesome because they prioritize walk-ins for disability placards without an appointment, and they even have 24-hour physical drop boxes in Boulder, Lafayette, and Longmont for totally contactless submission. Denver County, on the other hand, strictly enforces a residency requirement. If you don't actually live in Denver, they're going to redirect you back to your home county, so keep that in mind. And places like El Paso and Pueblo counties use dedicated high-volume PO boxes to make sure paper applications bypass the standard branch lines entirely. Oh, and a quick shout out to anyone living up in Larimer County. If your renewal notice somehow got lost in the mail, they have a dedicated telephone helpline set up specifically for you. It's an absolutely fantastic resource to call if you're scratching your head wondering whether you're in a self-certification year or if you actually need to go track down a doctor's signature. All right, Section 5, Frequently Asked Questions. Let's clear up some common confusion. First up, it is absolutely critical to know that there is zero grace period for an expired placard. Period. You should never, ever risk parking with one. If you let it expire, you lose the ability to manage it online as a simple renewal, and you've got to go through the entire standard application process all over again. It's a huge headache. Now, what if your placard is lost or stolen? You need to report that to local law enforcement immediately to stop anyone from using it illegally. After that, just submit a new Form DR 2119 with your valid ID, and they'll get a replacement sorted out for you. $5,000. Yeah, you heard that right. That massive number represents the maximum potential fine for the illegal use of a disability parking placard in Colorado. That includes using an expired tag or doing something like lending yours to a friend. The state enforces these regulations aggressively. Remember, the placard is for your specific use only. Unauthorized use, even letting a family member borrow it to run an errand when you aren't in the car with them, can lead to this fine, towing, mandatory community service, and completely losing your permit. And just to show how seriously they take this, any medical professional caught providing a fake certification faces up to a $500,000 fine for a Class 4 felony. No joke. Let's lighten the mood with some quick facts that will actually save you time and money. First off, the state doesn't charge you a single dime to renew your placard. Whether it's a permanent or temporary permit, renewals and replacements are 100% free. Also, keep in mind the placard is issued to you as a person, not to your car. That means you can use it in literally any vehicle you're traveling in, as long as it's clearly hanging from the rearview mirror or displayed clearly on the dashboard. And again, definitely take advantage of telehealth options if you need a signature, and use the MyDMV portal to make the whole submission process a breeze. Usually, processing only takes a few weeks. And finally, Section 6, Final Tips and Disclaimer. Just a quick, friendly reminder before we wrap up. Government regulations and local county procedures can always update or shift. So always double-check with your local county motor vehicle office to ensure your paperwork is perfectly aligned with their current rules. The official Colorado Department of Revenue website is always going to be your best friend when it comes to downloading the most up-to-date version of Form DR 2219. So, my final question to you, have you checked your placard's expiration date lately? Take a brief moment today to just look at that date. And please, share this information with a caregiver or a friend who might really need it. Knowing exactly when you expire and whether you're sitting in year 3, 6, or 9 of your cycle is the absolute key to a totally seamless renewal. You know, it really makes you wonder, as government systems get more and more digital every single year, will physical hanging placards eventually become a thing of the past, maybe fully replaced by digital license plate tracking? It's definitely possible. But until that day comes, stay on top of your renewal cycle. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer.